Okay, so this is the new altar. Hooray! And sorry I sound so like Fran off The Nanny or Janice off of Friends. It's because moving equals dust, and dust equals insane allergies, which suck deeply. But here is my new altar, so I figured I would show you it and explain it. So over here I have my Book of Shadows, and this is what happens when I haven't put it in the actual book yet. It sits there, and I had to have that across it to hold it up. So I got that there. Behind it is my besom. I've got the cauldron here, because West is behind the camera here. But it's on the goddess side, so it works. Got my bowl of salt, which would have water in it when I do ritual. Got the Maiden Mother Crone candle for my full moon ritual and new moon ritual. If you watch that video, you know I have 3 candles. Then I've got a little moon representation, because the goddess is linked with the moon. I've got full moon incense from the New Age shop. This is an awesome thing. I got it off Amazon. It was a little pricey, but it was well worth it. I ended up actually getting it as a Yule present. It has the 3 phases of the goddess, so right now it's at the Maiden because the moon is now growing. And on the back it has their moon cycle, and the tree is like semi-full, and then it's like old and like dead and all that good stuff. So, and then you'd put a couple of drops of oil and some water there, and the candle burns it. But under there is a pentacle. So yeah, that's sitting there for the goddess. Have my crystal skull because Morrigan does deal with the souls of the dead. She does a lot of other things, but I figured might as well put him up there. Then got the crone one. I believe this was like Mama Noor or something, incense from the New Age shop. Then I got the goddess candle, pentacle, and I figured out the problem with this is it's not like any difference between here, so you don't know like which would be air, fire, water, earth, or spirit. Because, see, it could really go anywhere. So, I'm going to figure something out about that eventually. And this is the altar cloth. I don't know if I told you this, but I just barely got this a couple months ago, or not months ago, a couple weeks ago, right before we moved. And I also got him and that, and a couple other things, like another thing of soap, because that's actually soap. And then we got my mom a ring. But I think I told you, I don't know. I have a lot of videos in the process, but we have no internet, and we haven't for like a week. So I can't upload anything, so by the time you see this, it'll be quite some time past. Anywho, so I got my goddess statue here from Oregon. Got a couple of shells here for, because it's all about the sun and everything, so a little balance is good. The goddess candle I will actually light because a little bit more safer than that with the curtain there. Goddess chalice, just a stone I found that was kind of dark. Got my amethyst cluster. This candle mainly to hold that up. Then I've got Triquetra with clear quartz. This is actually a bar of soap, but I'm going to use it for summer solstice and Yule, because for right now the sun is setting, but at Yule the sun is rising. Then I got my sun representation that I got from New Age shop. Got my flowers, which I'm going to take down after Lunasa, or at Lunasa, because after that the year is beginning to wane, not wax. It's early in the morning. Then this is what I do when I don't have my grimoire with me, because it's packed somewhere in this house. So I just wrote down what I did, because I always put what I actually do there. Then I got some more, basically the same thing as her side. God candle, chalice. Need to fix him, hence the little baggie. He broke a couple of spots, like there's supposed to be horn there, and a couple of pieces off the stump he's sitting on. Got my candle snuffer, 3 god candles, youth warrior sage. Got a little sun. This is actually really cool. It was a pendant I got a couple years ago, but the little top broke off. But it had the sun and the moon, and so it's on the sun side for him until I can find another little thing. I wanted to get one like this where it holds a candle, like those little spell candles, but I can't find one. Then I've got this bracelet I've had since I was like 6, and I don't know how to get the camera to focus. That's always been one of the problems. This one doesn't focus. My phone will instantly focus. This camera, not so much, but it has a little, I think it's like a dandelion or something in there, and then I think that's labradorite around it, but it's pretty, so it goes on the god side. It'll fit. Then, god candle, incense holder, which is really cute. It has my totem animal, the owl. One of them, I have 2. Then I got my Athame, and a quick note on that. This is my magical Athame, and this would be kind of like, not really the bow line, because that would be like torture to the poor little plant, because it takes forever to cut with a knife. But this is more like my working knife, more along the lines of like getting wax out. As you can kind of see, there's wax everywhere. We'll go in there. Then I've got the god incense. This is the green man and the dark moon, because as you know, for my ritual, the dark moon is for the god, as the full moon is to the goddess, because the full moon, the moon is like at her peak, and so the dark moon would make it kind of the counterbalance, because I can't handle the whole S-spot only goddess thing, but I'm going to do a video hopefully today on that. So anywho, that's why he has that. Then I got the smudge bundle, and P.S., because, you know, people don't tell you things. I think you're supposed to start it from the stem, not the top. I don't know exactly, but it wasn't, like, saying lit. Then I've got the, dragon's blood from when we blessed our house. This is my banishing thing in my offering bowl at the time, because I haven't had time to go and burn it yet. And I didn't have any paper or anything really to write on, so I had to cut a door and just go grab something to write it on. Then I've got my wand. I believe it was ash wood wand, sitting on its holder. Then I've got a feather, my first wand, and then this right here is a little thing I got from a bleeding disorder camp when I was like 8, when I gave somebody when you give, the first time you give somebody an IV, which is that little needle thing they put into your hand or crook of your arm, except I can't have mine in like your elbow area right there, because I have so much scar tissue from them putting giant tubes in my veins, because I've had to have them for 6 months, and those little IVs don't last for more than 3 or 5 days. So anywho, oh, and then obviously that's my offering bowl. But yeah, so this is the altar, and I figured out last night as I was kind of like just thinking about what I was going to say for this video, it all makes a like kind of half circle, which is the waning part of the god. Because if you do the triple god symbol, it would be loop on the top, circle, loop on the bottom, and here's the loop on the bottom. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to try and show you outside. My altar's facing east, and that's what it looks like outside. But yeah, so this is the new altar.